What is going on, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the top 10 players in Fortnite South Africa history. This one's a little bit of a mad one, you know. I've been going in the archives, been looking at some things. I made a list which I feel is honestly just... I'm pretty sure it's really good. I genuinely think this is a really good list. And yeah, if you guys do want to get 20% off your first purchase of X, like, make sure you use code Rakic, top link in the description, and also use code Rakic to get 20% off your order. But let's get into it. Okay, boys, just so you're aware, if I am naming these people in the top 10, their gameplay will probably be in the background so you can see how insane they were. If I can't find their gameplay, unfortunately, it's going to be random stuff. But yeah, let's get into it. In our 10th spot is going to be a player who's so OG back in the day. Had the OG Gold Trooper and the OG Skull Trooper. He always used to use that. It's going to be EN Rise, or as many people know him, Rise. So Rise quit around about maybe after School Cup or something like that, and he used to do so well in Raving Madlands and all of these kind of things, and he was literally one of the most mechanically gifted players that was easily in the game. Like I mentioned, he always used to win lands, and he also did go to England to play the World Cup qualifiers back in the day, but unfortunately missing out and not qualifying, but he did really well nevertheless. I honestly think it would just be rude to not leave him on the list, and this guy's my boy. I always see him out when I go out and stuff like that. It's pretty crazy how to see it, and yeah, it's crazy. Anyways, that's going to be our 10th spot. Anyways, moving into our 9th spot, this is going to be quite a shocking position, or like, you guys might be a little bit shocked about this, but I'm going to put Woke. So a lot of you guys know Woke as one of the literally the best players mechanically, his pre-fires, everything like that. He was absolutely insane. Of course, he recently quit, and he was a part of Bravado, and he won a lot of tournaments. Not many LAN tournaments. I don't think he ever competed at a LAN tournament. Anyways, he was very good, and you know, Woke in that legendary trio of Scar and Reject, and then eventually moving on to Neymar. He was absolutely insane. Yeah, another thing about Woke, he was like, he wasn't getting any bitches, you know what I'm trying to say, so he had to start hitting the gym. I mean, he's looking pretty crazy right now. And yeah, that's why he quit Fortnite. It's pretty crazy. But anyways, we'll move on to our 8th position. So, Keaton is just like, I don't know, he's the nicest guy in the community. I can't even be rude to him, I want to say something rude about him, but I just can't because he's so nice. So the reason why I've put him 8th is because he has the most in-game earnings for any PC South African player. He made money in Winter Royale, Frosty Frenzy, and even World Cup qualifiers back in the day. Like, that's absolutely insane. I don't know exactly how much earnings he has, but I know he plays twice in Winter Royale, once in Frosty Frenzy, and I don't even know. I think he qualified twice for World Cup, like to the next round, which made him money. Keaton's insane, and I got nothing bad to say about the guy. Anyways, moving into our 7th position, this is going to be Riots. Riots was so OG in the community, winning 80k tournaments back in the day, winning all kinds of tournaments. He was absolutely insane, and he was in a really dominant duo with Psycho at a stage when he joined 80k after doing really well in their tournaments. We'll move into our 6th position now. Now we have your favorite hood leprechaun. It is going to be Storm. Like, tell me, okay, hold up. Here's a photo of Storm, right? And here's a photo of this guy. I don't even know. He's from Recess. Tell me they don't look like the exact same person. Anyway, Storm was absolutely crazy. I'm not going to lie to you. He used to be in one of the most dominant trios of Storm, the actual Fresh, believe it or not. The actual Fresh and Not King. Like that, like back in the day in Energy, it was absolutely insane. Their trio dominated everything. I think it was one of the best trios in Chapter 1 of Fortnite ZA. And he's just been doing it for so long. I mean, he did really well in DreamHack the one time. He did really well in FNCS, making himself money one time. And of course, just constantly placing in South African tournaments. I'm pretty sure he came almost last in School Cup though. So yeah, I don't know really what to say about that. We've gotten to the halfway point of the video. If you guys are liking this, there's more content like that up there. You can click a little card over there and I'll take you to it. Also, please hit the like button and subscribe. All that good stuff would really help me a lot. But yeah, let's get into our next one. Our next spot is going to be Rejects in 5th. So Rejects genuinely had such a weird career. Like, he joined so many orgs. He finally settled down Goliath. He's doing really well for himself. But back in the day, Rejects was, of course, in that dominant trio of Scar, Woke, and Rejects. And they did so well. He was on a good come up. Started doing really well in duos. He used to be my duo for a little bit as well. We did really well in tournaments and all of these kind of stuff. And Raven just started popping off in solos in one of the most dominant solo runs. Raven's been going a bit mad on Twitter right now. Yeah, I don't know. Guy has no filter. I can't even lie to you. But like, I mean, of course he's not going to have no filter when he's got that soft aim. I mention it every single time, but it just needs to be known. Get him banned. That's a joke, by the way. I'm fully joking. Raven's my boy. Anyways, moving into our 4th position, we're going to have Mr. BVD Karima. I think it's rude not even saying BVD Karima, even though he's not playing the game or in Bravado anymore. It's just he is BVD Karima. You know what I'm saying? I used to be a big fanboy of this guy, I'm not even gonna lie. When I was trying to get into Fortnite competitive and stuff like that, I DM'd him. I'll even put the DMs on screen right now. Yeah, I used to be a bit fanboy with him. Maybe a bit big fanboy, we'll put it there. Unfortunately, the kid is, 4'7", so it's quite hard for him to, like, do anything. He's currently in Cape Town right now, and he used to be one of the most dominant controller players ever. This guy literally won lands. I think he made, I think at Rand show or something like that, he made literally 70k or something like that in a LAN. It was crazy. This guy made so much money. He was in a really dominant duo, of course, with Neymar, that duo was going to be good anyways, and that was just the most brain dead duo ever. They would just jump into every single box. They would just jump into every single person's box because they had broken aim assist, and they would do crazy. Karima also did make money in game, making money in Frosty Frenzy, and I think another time, I don't know, maybe in FNC or something, I'm not too sure, but yeah, Karima was dominant. Now in our third position, it's going to be quite a shock. I'm going to say it is Psycho. The reason why I say it's Psycho is Psycho's been doing it for so long as well. I think bro was really close to making money in World Cup qualifiers. Bro came second in School Cup. And he had a really dominant solo run after School Cup, being known as like second best to Neymar, even just on par with Neymar. He was doing really well and it was actually insane. He of course did make money in FNCS as well, making finals to allow him to go to Heat, which was absolutely insane. And yeah, I mean, Psycho has like still been placing now to this day. I mean, he did well in the Incredible Connection duos recently, so I mean, it would also be rude to leave him off this list. He's also a good friend of mine, so I genuinely say he deserves to be in the third position. No biases as well. The only downside to Psycho is he's a huge simp. He'll literally do anything for a girl. If a girl tells him to jump off a building, I'm telling you, he's jumping off that building. Like, bro loves Nyash and he gets none of it. It's just actually crazy. It's fine, me and you two both, bro. I like it. Anyways, moving to our second position is going to be Mr. Travis. I know he doesn't like it when I say this, but you know, my G the Golem. No. You know what I'm trying to say? Everybody used to call him that. I'm just going to keep on with the tradition. I love you, Travis. I know you're watching this. But yeah, I'm going to say this guy was absolutely insane. He was really close to the person in first. It depends on day to day. But yeah, Travis, honestly, I think he's on the verge of quitting now because he isn't playing as much. But I think his run as a player was absolutely insane. I think he was in one of the most I think maybe top 3 dominant trios of all time, being that what was it, retail row season back in chapter 1, where it was just that broken retail row with Scully and Neymar. Honestly, that trio was unmatched, and also him being in that duo with Keaton, they won so much. They made so much money in Winter Royale, and I mean, he's won the most recent version of School Cup. So that just proves that he does it on LAN, he does it at home. The guy's a goat. So I have a lot of respect for Travis, GOAT9. He's looking crazy in the gym, my G. You know, he had to get some bitches because of course, being in the room all day, like myself, you know, you need to get out the room sometime, my G. Anyways, before we get into our first position, I've got a very long list of honorable mentions because I genuinely think I cannot not add these people in. The first person I honorable mention is going to be Nate. He has 75,000 Rand in earnings, maybe 80,000 Rand. And I genuinely struggled so hard to put him on this list, but I don't think he did it for long enough. He did do it for long enough, but he was just a bit inconsistent. So yeah, unfortunately, he's not there. We have Gogaby as around about 60,000 Rand earned. Zozu, who was in Bravado and did really well for them. Bean as well, who was in Bravado and did really well for them. Dekov, who was recently or maybe in the later seasons of Fortnite South Africa, has done really well and known as the best player. We have Scara, of course. It was really hard for me to leave him off this list because he was crazy, but he just wasn't doing it for long enough. And at his peak, he genuinely could have been first. We're moving on next to Sakaros. Sakaros was the smartest player I ever played with, and he genuinely was insane. If I could put it on raw skill, I'd put him in first place, genuinely. Then we have 80k Zach, 80k Hachi, Daily, absolutely insane, and what a goat he is. Literally the biggest man in the world anyways. Then we're moving into Glubs. I know you'll say that because he's my best friend, but whatever the case is, I think he deserves to be here. Then we have Scully, of course, that dominant trio. Clouds did really well at the stage, and I genuinely think he transformed the South African competitive scene. We have Not King, of course, I mentioned in that crazy trio. We have AG Jays was my king. I love that kid. We have AG Dex. I can't forget my boy Dex. The next person, you guys are probably wondering why he isn't on the list, and it's Reepsy. The reason why I'm not saying Reepsy is because he wasn't doing it as long as everybody else. He was always just like a casually competitive player and eventually started getting good. And the last person on my honorable mention is going to be Letzler. If I left anybody out, I'm really sorry, but yeah, just comment it down below. But yeah, let's get into our first question, and I think you guys know who it's going to be. It's going to be Neymar. Mr. Adam Bumgee, you know, you got to take your hat off where you know, give credit, take it off, you know what I'm saying? You gotta give credit where credit's due, and Mr. Adam Bumgee, Mr. Neymar, is a goat. I don't know why I'm meat riding right now, I can't even lie. Anyways, Mr. Adam, you know, of course, he won School Cup. He came third in the other School Cup. He's made money in FNCS. I think he's the only person to actually play in an FNCS Grand Final in the Solo Invitational. He made money in World Cup qualifiers with Clouds and Duos. And he's just won so many tournaments that I can't even name. But yeah, guys, thank you guys all so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please hit the like button, all of that good stuff. And yeah, got some good videos coming out soon, so make sure to turn on post notifications, all that good stuff. I love you guys all so much. Peace.